In that play, show after show, I had made that cup of tea dozens of times. But that one particular time, limping away with a badly bruised knee, a displaced sweaty wig, trembling with shock and somehow managing to blurt my lines out, I came away delivering one of my finest, best, most cherished performances. Not because I was perfect or flawless, but because I showed up. 5:15 a.m. It's still dark outside. I wait, contemplate. Voices of various manifestation and work-life balance experts from my previous night's outing on Instagram flood my mind. I witness myself as if I'm at a railway station watching deafening trains crisscrossing with some flickering beats of silence and stillness. I wait, contemplate. To make tea or not to make tea? That is the question. As I reluctantly slide out of my warm bed, I ask myself another question. Why wake up? What is my purpose today? A question all of us present here from disparate backgrounds and professions have asked ourselves at least once, if not many number of times. Whether you're a housewife, an entrepreneur, an artist, a teacher, an influencer, or a preacher, a thread that ties us all together is that relentless quest to be happy, to have purpose, to live more. I'd read somewhere that the 3 macronutrients essential for happiness are enjoyment, satisfaction, and purpose. For each of us here, this meaning can be different. Not only does it change from person to person, it also changes from time to time within our individual lifespans. With unrealistic beauty standards and projections of instant success, I often pause and wonder where the daily nutrition, a sustained sense of purpose for a self-made army cantonment girl like myself should come from. Just then, my eyes fall on the Shaurya Chakra in my bookshelf that was awarded to my late father for his gallantry service to the nation. Papa grew up in a remote village in district Ganganagar in Rajasthan, with no basic amenities like electricity or even water. As a young boy, in the day he would farm in the fields and later walk for at least a couple of miles to attend night school at a chalk under a street lamp. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a fictional story. This is my own father's life story. Papa went on to educate himself on scholarships, was an ace sportsman, a topper with a Sword of Honor at the Indian Military Academy, and as an ambitious model father, did anything and everything within his means to ensure that my sister and I studied in the best of public and convent schools. He believed that education was our strongest armor and ammunition to take on all the battles of life. As someone who lived by example, he continues, even in his absence, to inspire me to grow more, live more, learn more. My father had a dream to build a school back in his village in district Ganganagar. A dream I wish to bring to life someday, a life purpose for me. To live life and to love living life is also to love what you do and to love doing it again and again and again until you become one with it. Theatre taught me that. Life, after all, is a rehearsal. You wake up, repeat the same things, day after day, week after week. In that repetition, there is learning. In that repetition, there is lessons. In that repetition, there is life. As I make my cup of tea under the warm countertop lighting in my kitchen, a repetition and a daily routine I almost hold sacred. My mind jumps back in time. The NCPA Experimental Theatre. I'm waiting in the wings. It's the opening scene of a play called All About Women. I'm about to step on stage with a tray full of props, all the props that are meticulously prearranged to make tea with. Cups, sugar, hot water, spoons, tea bags. The music fades, the light fades. It's a blackout. It's time to start the show. I take one step, not onto stage, but in nothingness. I have fallen hard in a gap between the raised platform I was standing on and a black flat panel which creates a separation between the actor's entry and the audience. I fall from a height of at least 3 feet, about 3 times higher than the stage I'm standing on right now, along with my now completely destroyed property tray. Oh, and a displaced wig on my head to add to the mess. My life flashes past me as I can practically hear the breathing of a restless audience, blissfully unaware of this backstage fiasco. Just then, like swift first responders, my co-actors rush to my rescue, pull me out of that black hole, set up another prop tray at lightning speed, give me a quick military pep talk, and send me back out on stage to start the show. Back in the spotlight, like nothing happened. There I am, holding fort, with a purpose, showing up, going on. In that play, show after show, I had made that cup of tea dozens of times. But that one particular time, limping away with a badly bruised knee, a displaced sweaty wig, trembling with shock and somehow managing to blurt my lines out, I came away delivering one of my finest, best, most cherished performances. Not because I was perfect or flawless, but because I showed up. Turned my rattled state of mind into that of a fearless athlete. The soft mews of my 2 kitty cats and my very loud alarm bring me back to the present moment. It's now 6 a.m. I wait, contemplate. The first rays of the sun kiss the horizon. My tea is now almost over. As I watch the waves roll to the shore, I have a sea view, so it has to be put in. Thoughts drift towards me on what makes me happy. Love life, live more. To tell stories truthfully. To tell stories truthfully. To journey forward by evaluating satisfaction not merely by the enhancement of my net worth, but more importantly, by the enhancement of my net fulfillment. Fulfillment through long, honest, deep relationships and friendships, passionate, meaningful love relationships, staying close to my roots and my family, pursuing interests and new skill sets that challenge my hardwired patterns and paradigms, and to one day take forward my father's unrequited wish and build that school in district Ganganagar. To stay inspired, focused, and live more. Motivation, guys, they say, is a fair weather friend. Discipline, a tough, loving loyalist. Purpose, after all, is the discipline to simply show up. The rehearsal of day-to-day life is the art and science of living it happily through the stubbornness of just showing up. And then no matter what, no matter how hard or deep you fall between where you stand and what the world can't see behind that black flat panel, life itself will be your personal champion, your backstage army. So what is purpose? To show up, to believe in the rehearsal of life, to trust the process, to know that no matter how deep the waters of life run, we shall stay afloat. To be stubborn, to live, and then to live some more. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.